Hey there, guys. It's Mia here. I am so excited. I'm excited about this quick message, and I don't know who needs to hear this. It was just something that was on my heart this morning as I start my day. And I want you to know this. I want you to know that your life has chosen you. Your life. Your life has chosen you. Every component, every choice that you make, every decision that you show up for, and even the things that you say no to in this season, you're choosing your life. Let me make sure everyone can see this, because this message is something that I know is really going to support so many of you who've been sitting on your genius, your sitting on your gifts, sitting on the very thing that people are waiting for from you. I'm going to prove it to you over the next couple of minutes. I'm Mia Redrick, business and life consultant. I started my company, as many of you know, over 24, 25, 26 years ago, something like that. And I simply made a decision that to choose my life. I knew that my life was choosing me. And I'm going to talk about that today. I think so often we know what it is that we want to do. We know that we have the capacity to do it. I can tell you this, that having worked with thousands of women over the last 20 plus years and watching so many of these women realize what many would say would be the impossible. Impossible meaning whether they decided to be international brands or whether they decided to close their medical practice and move across the world to live their best dream, or whether they decided to go from being paid a salary or being undervalued, let's say in the workplace, and saying, I'm going to do my own thing and trusting themselves enough to know that they can do it. I can tell you that I've had a front row seat to see the capacity of what women do. And in each case, these women, they understood that their life was choosing them. And women who tend not to go for their dream, or who are on delay, or who make excuses, often don't recognize what I'm going to break down for you over the next couple of minutes. And my only goal is to support that person that's listening right now. And you know that it's time for you to make a move. You know it's time for you to make a change. You know that there's a gift that's inside of you that you want to birth. And maybe you haven't stepped into that yet. And I want to give you some good reasons to be able to do this. You know, because I have had the opportunity to look inside of so many businesses and work with so many women who are intelligent and incredible at what they do professionally, or their ability to create results in a soft skill in their life, right? And the one thing I will say, if all the women that I have worked with, I've never given them the idea of what their greatness is. They've all come with that. And your gifts will make room for you too. See, your life chooses you. And I think a lot of times, and especially today, because people are using AI to figure out what they should do and what they should launch, a lot of times we're expecting the thing to find us, when the reality is that the thing you are meant to do is already in you. It's already chosen you. It's already a part of you. And understanding that allows you to no longer give away your power, or believe that there is something that's outside of you that's greater than that which is on the inside. I assure you, when I work with women and they do the impossible, I never come up with the thing. I simply listen to them and hear what they do and learn about their journey and hear what their experience is. And based on what that is, I then support them with understanding how to elevate it in terms of monetization, how to package what they're doing into a high value product, online or offline. And but it's never that I create it for them. And I want you to hear me on this, because so many people today are relying on um, technology to help them figure out what their thing is. And the women that I've worked with over the years, that's not how, and that have created the success that they have created. They have created the success that they've created because they've trusted themselves. They've understood that the gifts that they have inside of themselves are enough, that they're God-given, that and they are. Your talent is inside of you and it's God-given. And I want you to know this, that as a result of you saying yes to yourself, as a result of you choosing you, allowing your life to, the things that you've done, the echo of success that has happened in your life, in your world, you allowing that to be the voice and the primary voice for you to as your guide, that you can't ever go wrong. It's interesting. I was talking with a woman yesterday who is amazing. And literally, what is she selling? She's selling her life. She's selling her experience. She's selling her expertise. She's selling what she's failed at, what she's overcome, what she's learned, what she knows for sure. And I want you to know that everything that you have done up until now has had incredible value. There are people right now that are praying for your gift. But the question is, have you chosen yourself? Like, have you decided that you're going to show up? That when those people raise their hand for you, are you going to have an offering available to them? And that really is what it boils down to. When I started my business 20 years ago, I wasn't sure if it was going to work. Wasn't sure. I wasn't sure if anyone would come. I certainly wasn't sure if anyone would pay me. But I was certain that what I was teaching, what I would teach, is what I had been doing, and I knew it worked. And I knew that I had an ability to transfer what I was doing to others, and that it could work if they did what I did. And the same is true for you. You don't have to come from some major certification in order for you to decide what it is that you're going to offer. You don't have to. You don't have to be donned by any specific person. You just have to understand that your life has chosen you. All of your years of experience have chosen you. The giftedness that God has given you has chosen you. And I would say to have tunnel vision for yourself in this time and in this season, to be able to show up for yourself and not ignore it. Now, the reason I wanted to do this live today and say that your life is choosing you, because I think sometimes we're expecting something external to happen before we say yes to ourselves, before we go for our dreams. And it's interesting because every woman that I work with who hits that number, who launches in a huge way, who gets her corporate contracts, who signs her first high ticket coaching client, who hits $500,000 for the first time, or who hits a multi-million dollar deal. She started by just choosing herself. She didn't start by doing something big. She didn't start by signing the multi-million dollar contract. She started by simply making the decision she was worth it, deciding that her ideas had value, deciding that her voice needed to be heard in the marketplace, and making that decision that she would be the messenger, that she would own the calling on her life. All the women that I've had the opportunity to work with, the one thing that they've all had in common is that they answered the call. They've all answered the call, um, afraid, without all the answers, true. And they all trusted, well, they all trusted me, but they all trusted their dream with someone else that could see it in a different way, that would challenge them to be accountable to themselves. They were not people who were trying to fix it themselves or do it themselves or stay up all night and build funnels and websites and, or ask ChatGPT, which didn't even exist until recently. Well, ask ChatGPT, what do you think I'm good at? What do you think I should do? Write my scripts for me. Tell me what to say. Show me who I am. And I say that, and I mean it lovingly, because I love AI. I think it's just a great tool. But one of the things I can say as a coach and having had the opportunity to work with thousands of women is, there's never been a time where I've seen people who've given away their voice so much. When you pop online, you can see all these people, all they're doing is reading to you what chat told them to say, and they're using a teleprompter to do that. And is it bad? I don't don't know that it's a bad thing, but I do know your voice has room for you. I do believe that your ability to connect with people authentically, based on what you know and share what you know from your heart has value. And I believe today that if you ever want to be unique and attract people at the highest level today, show up that way. And use technology as your enhancement, not for the life that's chosen you. Your life has chosen you. You already know what to say. All right. You already know what to do. You already know what they ought to do. Likely what's missing is the system on how to package what you do in a way that will allow you to monetize your experience at the highest level. And you need support around that. I'm here for that. I'd love for you to reach out. Likely what's missing is you having a priority around your monetization and not being optional around your money. I did think that when I think about the clients who have hit their goals, how is it that they have hit their goals? I think one of the things they all have in common is that we've all heard the term, it takes money to make money. True, it does. And what does that mean? It takes usually money that you invest in yourself. And all investment is belief in yourself. And you invest for a return, right? So no one's making investments in themselves and wishing. You invest and you do. And when you do, you get a return, typically on what it is that you're investing in. And I would say that what all of my clients have had in common who have created amazing success is that they're implementers, they're action takers, they're teachable people. They say yes, they figure it out. They are proactive people. All of them have always been the finder. They found me and I didn't find them, they found me. They decided like enough was enough. They had seen what they needed to see around the results that I create, and they reached out. And there's something to be said about that. Your life has chosen you. And now the question is based on your life choosing you, what are you going to do with all of this goodness, all of this talent, all of this smarts, all of the wisdom, all of the experience? Are you going to do something about it to change your life forever? And it's a tipping point. I think we have those moments where you have every opportunity in the world to be able to change everything. And the only question that exists in those times is will you? Not can you, will you? I hope that there's something that I've shared over the last couple of minutes that have supported you in, just starting your day differently and thinking about your talents and your gifts from a perspective of, you know, it's time because it is. All right. It was great speaking with you this morning. And if you've liked this post, then I'd love for you to share it with someone else or like it. And if you'd love to have a conversation to get clear for yourself, you'll see a link here in the description that you can sign up for a 15-minute Get Clear session. Talk to you soon. Have a great day.
I have been working with Mia Redrick for a couple of months now. I come to this experience with a lot of education. She was speaking my language from day one. What has changed for me is with all of the education, with all of the training and workshops and private coaching and things that I've had, what I didn't have was a real understanding on how I could package these things, price them, and promote them so that I could monetize what it is that I do and what it is that I wanted to do. And now with Mia, I have an understanding of how to take my tangible and intangible gifts, talents, and skills and put those things in a package that allows me to serve other people and benefit from it.
I was stuck. I never thought of my knowledge as something that I could create it as a proprietary system. What is the value of that? For me, it is priceless. And I'm so happy I made the investment because I can now see how my business can be transformed and how I can be transformed as a result of this work. So I cannot thank Mia enough.
Before I met Mia, I was selling my product for a very, very low price, and I did not just believe in what I was worth. So I had to change my mindset. I had to change the way I thought. I had to start believing in abundance and expecting it. And so these are the things that I had to learn as Mia mentored us. Now I'm happy to say I'm selling my product for what it's worth.
Before working with Mia, I couldn't sell a $297 product. After working with Mia for about 10 months, I was pitching a $10,000 product to a company.